What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to cover Kushala, how to effectively use Kushala, one of the most powerful mystic attackers in the entire game. She's ridiculous. She is so legit, so incredibly strong. You can use her in so many different ways. Let's just jump right into it. Kushala is all about intercepting, parrying, and using heavy attacks. So, with Kushala, you need to focus on those three things specifically: intercepting, parrying, and using heavy attacks. So let me show you what that looks like in a basic fight. Kushala has three spells: the parry spell, which is blue, the intercept spell, which I believe is red, and then the heavy attack spell, which is yellow. So I'm going to go fight a very basic opponent here to show you what it looks like to use Kushala, and then we'll get into the matchups where she really shines, and I'll show you what a pro Kushala player can do with this champion and what she's capable of. So, ideally, with Kushala, you want to start every matchup with parry, heavy, and then parry, heavy. The heavy attack spell is kind of like an infuriate. It increases the aggression of the opponent. You want to parry as many attacks as you possibly can, land those intercepts to keep your spells paused. When you trigger a spell that has the lowest count of other spells, it will pause all of your spells. So if I have 3 blue spells from parrying, 3 red spells from intercepting, when I trigger a yellow spell from using my heavy attack, that will pause my spells, and the awakened ability increases the duration of that pause. Very good to know. Now I've thrown my special 2. As you can see, it's applied a Soul Barb to Proxima Midnight. All of my light attacks have a chance to apply this thing called an ignition buff. It's simply fuel for Kushala's abilities, for her Soul Barb, for her Incinerates from her special 1. As you're going to see right now, I'm throwing a special 1. I nullify all those buffs. I get some passive Incinerates and some Incinerate debuffs. And Proxima is gone. The special attacks pause not only the Incinerates, but the Soul Barb, and if you have a Soul Barb active and you nullify buffs on the special 1, you're going to get 4 additional Incinerates placed on the opponent. Kushala is not the easiest champion in the world to use. There's a lot of finesse that goes into it, but on a basic level, as long as you are parrying, using heavy attacks, and intercepting to maintain all of your spells, they're a max of 3 stacks each, using your special 2 to place the Soul Barb, and then using your special 1 to nullify your remaining buffs until the Soul Barb expires to repeat that process, Kushala is incredible. Now, the special 3 for Kushala is incredibly good for long-form content. What the special 3 does is it increases the duration of Kushala's spells by 4 seconds up to 3 times. So in like Necropolis or Abyss or an EOP content situation, going for the special 3 is going to make it so much easier to maintain all of Kushala's effects, and not to mention the special 3 also inflicts some degeneration, which deals a lot of damage. So now that you have a more basic understanding of how Kushala works, let me jump into some really, really good Kushala fights and show what a pro Kushala player can really do with this champion and what she's capable of. Serpent, probably one of her most iconic matchups. This is only a rank 3 Kushala, not Sig 200, so I have a lot of pause duration still left on the table from that awakened ability, and getting more Sig stones into it. And then I also have some damage left on the table from only being rank 3. But watch, I'm going to lock in here for this Serpent fight. You're going to see how effectively she takes down Serpent. With the blue spell, she can block unblockable attacks from non-science champions. So I block Serpent's special 1. Going for an intercept, get to my special 2. He should throw another special 1 here, get the special bonus from parrying. If you special intercept, land a heavy attack counter from a special attack, your spells gain bonus potency. So as you can see, special bonus from parrying the special attack. You want to maximize the amount of light attacks you do with Kushala while the Soul Barb is still active, maximizing the amount of intercepts you land as well. The more buffs you can nullify when that Soul Barb is active, the more Incinerates you're going to inflict on the opponent. And now, we just let the Relic ride. I'll throw my special 1, and that's all she wrote. 100% health finish with a rank 3 Kushala against a rank 4 Serpent in just over a minute. That's about how that fight goes for the most part, using a rank 3 versus a rank 4, landing those intercepts, parrying those specials to not only get the special bonus, but to keep the health from the regen from the blocking spell. The blue spell that you get on parry. It's a block regen which maxes out at 3. It's 25% per stack, 75% without adding in any recovery. Also the willpower from Serpent's fear debuff. Kushala is a menace for Serpent. One of the best options for sure. Let's go fight. Now let's take a look at the bigger Serpent. This is knocking on EOP health pool door, like 1.4 million health Serpent here. What I like to do when fighting bigger Serpents with Kushala is I like to throw a special one right away. That's going to nullify, or hopefully nullify, his big Fury buff, so that the damage he deals on my block, and also if he potentially gets a hit in on me, is not going to be nearly as high as it would be. So now we're going to nullify that Fury. So now Serpent can still deal a lot of damage on block and, on an actual hit, but the Fury buff being gone just makes it so much nicer, because that's a 3 Dread Serpent with a Fury buff. That's a big Fury right there. The only way he's going to get that back is if he throws a special 3, and I'm not planning on letting Serpent throw a special 3 in this matchup. There's my own special 2, throwing one more heavy attack. Hopefully he throws his special 2. Perfect. Just blocking all of it. I find that's the best thing to do when fighting Serpent with Kushala, is just to block the special 1, because you can block the unblockable, you get a lot of willpower healing. The fear debuff is basically compensating for the fact that you're blocking the special, the additional willpower from that. The block regen as well is just so nice. And this is a 1.5 million health Serpent. This is not a slouch for a Serpent at all. Little special intercept there to nullify the additional power gain. And look at that. We have, what, 33 incinerates on Serpent right now? And the party doesn't stop here. I don't even need to go for another special 2. The incinerates are just going to take care of business. 100% health against this Serpent. Go for a full combo into a special 1. And that's it. 100% health finished against a 1.4 million health Serpent in just under 2 minutes. 1 minute and 43 seconds, 77 hits. Kushala is something special, man. She was just such a monster for Serpent. Any level health pool Serpent, she just takes care of business. Now, another great matchup for Kushala, a little more controlled of a matchup, but still regardless a great matchup, is Deathless Thanos. So, Kushala for Deathless Thanos is much more of a slow matchup in terms of like the initial ramp up, but once you get off that initial special 2 and you can nullify those buffs to place those incinerates, the matchup starts to go a lot faster. So you want to start with your parry heavy just like normal. You can even parry the special 1 for more and more power. You want to ideally have the Scarlet Witch Relic on Kushala here. That's going to give you all those amplifies for increased power gain. Bait the special attack here. Throw my special 2. There's the Soul Barb. He has a lot of Furies. Throw my special 1. Doesn't matter that the protection is there. It really doesn't. Throw my heavy attack. Land a little intercept. That's totally on me for messing that up, but I didn't get punished for it. I was trying to go for a little cheeky intercept there to get more incinerates and also pause the incinerates. No big deal. Throw my special 1 here. Nullify all those buffs. Go for another parry. Little bit of a relic. Heavy attack again. Make him throw that special 1. And without that little slip-up, this fight would have been over probably 10 seconds sooner. But regardless, rank 3 Kushala, rank 4 Deathless Thanos, a minute 18. You cut off 10 seconds for my mistake, which I didn't get punished for. It looks like a minute and 10, maybe even a little less. And that's a rank 3 Kushala versus a rank 4 Deathless Thanos. You don't even need to go for the special 2 in this specific matchup. I find it to be better, especially if you have a lot more control over like the power. You throw your special 2, you're throwing light attacks only into your special 1. A lot more damage, a lot more incinerate. Yeah, Kushala, she's legit, man. She is super legit. We'll do one more fight here against a matchup where I'm not able to throw my special one, but even without the special one, I'm still dealing an incredible amount of damage, and that's Maestro. Maestro is a great matchup for Kushala. She has the energy resistance, the regen on block. All you do in this specific matchup is throw your special 2. Of course, the special 2 is placing that soul barb, and that soul barb is going to deal a lot of damage to Maestro. I'm going to go in for a stand up here into an immediate light attack intercept combo. Parry the first hit of Maestro's special 1 to give myself an additional spell. Go for a little parry there. Land a special intercept. Knock Maestro down. The increased ability accuracy from my spells is going to allow me to keep placing those ignition buffs. Parry the special 2. It literally doesn't matter. Here's another special 2 from Kushala, pausing that soul barb. The more buffs on Maestro, the better. Got a little clip there, doesn't matter. Throw a heavy attack to pause the buffs again. Try to bait an intercept here. Doesn't even matter, we don't even need it. That was, what, 40 seconds? Yeah, a little less than 50 seconds for a rank 4 Maestro with a rank 3 Kushala. I even got clipped there, and it didn't matter. That was still a 90% health finish. Now, obviously, you don't want to get clipped in a real situation where you're fighting a Maestro in an Alliance War or Battlegrounds, but regardless, she still handles that fight super well, and if the Thanos fight and the Serpent fight weren't enough to convince you that she is super sustainable, I don't know what is. I really don't know what is. So, to finish off here, let's go fight one more opponent. I was thinking about whether or not I wanted to show off this matchup, but it makes sense to because it's very fun. Kushala against a little guy named Gorr the God Butcher. Now, Gorr, as you all know, a lot of buffs on Gorr. A lot of buffs on Gorr. A lot of buffs to take advantage of when fighting Gorr. Nico Minoru has a similar experience when fighting Gorr because of just how controlled her buff control is. But Kushala, she can kind of have a similar experience. You just go for your special 2, and all you do from here is you bait a special 1 from Gorr, if even that, and that's it. You can literally just do this. Watch. Let him come at you. And I don't even need to hit him. He's dead. So in a situation where there's a lot of buffs on the opponent, Kushala goes absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, that's 27 seconds for, roughly 400,000 health. Pretty solid stuff. So that's going to be it for the how to use Kushala video. I was a little concerned making this video because there is a lot to explain, but it's a lot more visual. Like Kushala is much more of a let me show you how she works character versus let me explain how she works. And I hope that translated in this video. And if it did, please let me know. If it didn't, that's totally fine. Let me know what I can improve for the next one, and I absolutely will put in that feedback. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the content and you're enjoying the videos on the channel, please subscribe and also hit that like button. It shows the YouTube algorithm that I'm making content people are enjoying. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Be on the lookout for more how-to videos in the how-to series, and I will see you in the next one.